Hello friends, welcome to my class. Now I am going to give you important very short questions of applied physics for first year BTech according to regulation 18 syllabus. In the previous class I have given you important long questions of applied physics. So now I am going to give you important short questions. These short questions may be asked in the first bit of the paper. So total 10 question will be given in the first bit. Okay, two questions from the each unit will be asked in the paper. Okay, now let us start. So if you see the first unit, that is quantum mechanics. Okay, so first question is there, state Stefan's Boltzmann's law, and second one is state Wien's displacement law of black body radiation, and third one is state Planck's hypothesis, and fourth one is state de Broglie hypothesis, and fifth one is what is a wave function and what are the eigenvalues and eigenfunctions, and seventh one is write down Schrodinger's time independent wave equation and time dependent wave equations. So these are the 7 most important short questions, okay, from the first unit, that is quantum mechanics. Along with these questions, you need to go through some problems based on the de Broglie, okay, de Broglie and Heisenberg uncertainty, and also on the Wien's displacement law. So from these three concepts, there may be a chance to ask some problems in the first bit from the quantum mechanics. Now let us go through the second unit, that is semiconductor physics. First question is what is mean by diffusion and drift, okay, and second one is what is mean by BJT. Okay, this is very important. And the third one is define transistor, it is also important. Define Hall effect. Fifth one is explain the term, okay, carrier generation and recombination. And sixth one is where is the Fermi level in intrinsic semiconductors, okay, and seventh one is explain Fermi Dirac distribution function, specifying the meaning of each term in it. So these are the 7 questions from the semiconductor physics. Along with this, we need to go through some problems on the Hall effect and Hall voltage and band gap energy, Eg is equal to hc by lambda. Okay, this is lambda. So based on these three concepts, that is Hall effect, Hall voltage and band gap energy, okay, there may be a problem may be asked in the examination. Now let us go through the third unit, okay, optoelectronics. Third unit, optoelectronics. So first question is what is fill factor? What is the fill factor? So this is asked already in the previous examination. And second one is write principle of pin diode. Just we need to write the principle of the pin diode. And third one is write applications of avalanche photodiode. Avalanche photodiode. Fourth one is write advantages of semiconductor lasers. Okay, just we need to write the advantages of the semiconductor lasers. And fifth one is explain semiconductor laser. Explain the semiconductor laser. Sixth one is define LED. And seventh one is what is mean by radiative and non-radiative recombinations. Okay, along with the 7 questions, we need to go through some problems. If you see in the third chapter, there are no problems. Okay, some problems are there, but no need to go through the problems. Now let us see fourth unit, that is lasers and fiber optics. Lasers and fiber optics. So in that there is the first question, under which conditions a set of laser beam are said to be coherent. This is very important, asked for many times. Second one is what is stimulated emission? It is also important. Explain the need of population inversion in the production of laser. This is also important. Third one. Fourth one is what are the different methods of achieving of population inversion? Achieving the population inversion. This is also very important. And fifth one is what is the principle of laser action? What is the principle of laser action? It is also important. Now let us see. Sixth one is, what are the conditions required for laser action? Okay, so what are the conditions? Some condition will be plays main role for the laser action that we need to write. Define numerical aperture of fiber. This is very, very important, asked many times. Numerical aperture of fiber. Okay, and eighth one is, define acceptance angle. This is also very, very important. Ninth one is, what is basic attenuation mechanism? Okay, what is the basic attenuation mechanism? 10th one is, what is the basic principle in optical fiber communication system? Okay, what is the basic principle we need to write in a optical fiber communication system? What is the principle generally on which the optical fiber communication system is works? Okay, that we need to write. 11th one is, what are the advantages of laser welding? Okay, there are laser welding and there are some laser cutting also. Okay, we need to write the advantages of laser welding and also some laser cutting also. Laser cutting, these are the advantages we need to write. 12th one is, give 4 applications of fiber optic sensors. Okay, so what are the applications of fiber optic sensor that we need to give? 4 applications. So along with these questions, we need to go through some problems, and there is a 13th question is there, differentiate graded index optical fiber from the step index optical fiber. This is very, very important, asked for many times. Okay, differentiate graded index optical fiber, that is called GRIN, 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 otherwise called graded index optical fiber from the step index optical fiber. We have to write the differentiation between this one and this one. Along with them, we need to go through some problem based on the numerical aperture. Na is equals to square root of n1 square minus n2 square. Okay, this is a formula of Na, numerical aperture. Based on this, many problems may be asked in the first bit. Okay, and second formula is there, relative refractive index difference. Relative refractive index difference, here or nothing but relative, okay, refractive index difference, that is delta is equals to n1 minus n2 by n1. This is also one of the formula on which the problems may be asked in the first bit. If you see the last unit, that is EMI, electromagnetic induction and magnetic properties of materials. So from that, a few questions are there. Let us see. First question is, state Ampere's law and also state Biot-Savart's law. Biot-Savart law. Okay, Ampere's law and Biot-Savart's law. These two are very, very important, asked for many times. Okay, and second one is state Gauss law. State Gauss law in electricity and Gauss law in magnetism. Okay, we have to read two. Gauss law in electricity, Gauss law in magnetism. But it is magnetic properties of material, so that we need to go through the Gauss law in magnetism. Gauss law in magnetism, that is phi B is equals to B bar dot A bar. That is BA cos theta. Okay, and third one is, what is mean by polarization and polarizability? We need to write the definitions of polarization and polarizability. Fourth one is, write Maxwell's equations. Write Maxwell's equation. There are 4 Maxwell's equations are there, that we need to write the 4 Maxwell equations. And fifth one is, what is mean by ferromagnetic materials? Okay, what is mean by ferromagnetic materials, that we need to write. And sixth one is, what are piezoelectric and ferroelectric materials? This is very, very important, asked for many times. Okay, it can be asked in the one more method, that is, write a short note on piezoelectric materials. So this is the way of asking the question in the first bit. Okay, you should not confuse, just you have an idea on the piezoelectric materials. Okay, so that is the very important question. Now in this there are no problems, only most of the short questions will be covered in the fifth questions, from the fifth chapter. Okay, so these are the very important short questions from the 5 units. So in this fourth unit is very important. Fourth unit, that laser and fiber optics, and first unit also very important, and second unit also very important. Okay, laser and fiber optics. Okay, and first unit is what? Quantum mechanics, and second one is semiconductor physics. These are the very most important chapters to get the short questions, in the first bit. Okay, now if a time permits for me, so I will make a video. I will explain the every one by one short question in detail. Okay, so here, due to lack of time, I'm not going to explain. So let us go through the explanation of every question of short question in the next class. So thank you for listening this class. All the best. Please subscribe my channel for the more updates. Thank you.